specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And Kirk Market. Experience a world of choice. And Automotive Art Cayman. Your car, our passion. And by Dorman Day, celebrating 10 years of opening doors to brighter futures. Visit dormanday.ky.
And now, Radio Cayman presents The Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local environment. This is where we address the topics that matter. Here's your host, Kathy Miller.
Good morning. It's not Kathy this morning. It's Anita. Kathy is off on vacation. She's still on vacation. Good morning, Grand Cayman, Cayman back, Little Cayman. To all our listeners, especially if you're stuck in traffic this morning, good morning to you. Just a little bit more patience and you'll be into work, or you'll get to wherever you're going to get to this morning. I want to say good morning to our guests in the studio. Good morning to Susan, our producer of the Business Buzz. It's been a while for me, almost 2.5 years since I've been on the Buzz. It's quite a while, so it's good to get back in the studio this morning. It feels good. I want to say good morning to our guests. We have from the Cayman International School, CIS. We have the guests in the studio. This morning we'll be speaking about the Cayman Citizen Scholarship Program. You know what I'll do? We're in the Susan's studio this morning. We're refurbishing all our studios. The entire building has been refurbished. You must have heard that by now. So we're sharing a studio with Susan this morning. Good morning, Susan. Susan will take us through until 10 o'clock this morning. But in the meantime, let's say good morning again to our guests, and I'll let them introduce themselves. Let's start with the gentleman right next to me.
Good morning, Anita, and good morning, Susan. And my name is Jim Urquhart. I serve as the director of the Cayman International School.
Good morning, Jim. Good to have you here.
Hi, Anita. Hi, Susan. My name is Leanne, and I serve as the Admissions and Community Relations Director at Cayman International.
Good morning to you, Leanne. And who do we have right next to you?
Good morning. I'm a Cayman International School student. I'm Amy E. Banks.
Good morning, Amy. And Amy is a grade 11 student over at Cayman International School. And we have Mr. Keith somewhere in the back. He's your project manager, right? Special.
Yeah, Keith engages in special projects and in general makes everybody feel good around.
That's good. And we have another student. He's waiting in the wings to come in the studio because the studio is a small studio that we're working this morning. So we'll have Josh Dickens in joining us in just a bit. But in the meantime, we'll be speaking, like I said, the Cayman Citizen Scholarship Program. Now, a scholarship program is always a good thing, isn't it, Jim?
Yep, absolutely. It gives access to education for people of all ages and in all programs. It definitely is a good thing.
Okay. So this opportunity is a kind that changes lives. And Cayman International School is definitely opening doors for Caymanian students through this program. And let me make sure I've got it right, the Citizen Scholarship Program. And Amy and Josh, they are both recipients of the scholarship. Is that correct?
What we prefer to do is for our scholarship students to be anonymous as far as who has scholarships. But we do have 11 students currently in the high school that have the Cayman Citizen Scholarship.
Okay, now we know that. So, Jim, let's get, just for those listeners who may be hearing about CIS for the very first time, can you just give us some background regarding the school, the history of the school, and good stuff like that?
Sure, absolutely. So, our school started in the early 90s as the Faulkner Academy. It was two people, Dr. Faulkner and Miss Nimmy, and Miss Nimmy is still on island, and they're working with 4 students that had learning differences, and it provided a space for those students to learn. They did such a wonderful job that more people wanted to come and work with them, to the point where it was getting to be a little bit larger, verging on 80, 90 students. And that's when they approached the International School Services to be able to support that growth. And so then we've been situated in Camana Bay since 2006. And now we're a school of close to 1,000 students, serving young people from 2 years of age all the way through grade 12, which some people might know as year 13 here on island.
Awesome. Amy, you want to jump in there with any part of this history?
I think Mr. Jim covered it all, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Now, the mission. Let's talk about a bit of your curriculum. Who would want to jump in on that?
On the
Curriculum?
I can speak to any questions you have.
Okay.
So for our high school students in grade 11 and 12, which is year 12 and 13, we offer the IB diploma program, which is the International Baccalaureate program, and our scholarship students are expected to participate in the full IB program. But we also offer IB certificates, and all of our graduates at the end of grade 12, whether they do the IB program, IB certificates, or don't take any IB subjects, will all graduate with an accredited high school diploma. We are accredited by the MSA, which is the Middle States Association, from the U.S., so it's a equivalent of a U.S. high school diploma, and they can go on to apply to universities all over the world. But the IB diploma program is recognized in the UK, the US, Canada, and beyond. So students that graduate with the IB diploma program are really well set for post-secondary studies.
Are you the only high school on island that offers the IB program?
Yes, we
Oh,
are.
okay. Okay. Now, CIS lives by its mission: connect, inspire, serve. And the community principles, kindness, partnership, sustainability, and good intent shape every interaction. Jim, can you share how these values come alive in CIS's daily school life?
Sure, absolutely. It comes from the simple yet critical things of saying good morning to each other upon arrival. It comes with greeting people who are the youngest as well as the older students. So how it looks like, feels like, and sounds like is, for example, when Amy's coming to school, you'll see a smile on her face, and if she bumps into some people who are younger, she'll greet them, and it helps create that community. Beyond that, outside in the community, when the words like serve, the school and the children and the staff, for that matter, look for those connections beyond our area and reaching out to the full Cayman Islands, and not just Grand Cayman, but of course our sister islands of Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. And even beyond that, what it looks like is we currently have in a notion of connecting, inspiring, and serving. Most recently, we have one of our scholarship students who represents the Cayman Islands at the COP seminars in related to sustainability around the world. So looking to not just kind of that notion of internal and within our own school grounds, but connecting, inspiring, and serving beyond that, in fact, to the world.
Awesome. Now, I like the mere fact that you say good morning to each other. That's a simple thing as a good morning to each other can take you a long way for the rest of the day. Right, Susan? Yeah. Susan, we should bring you into this conversation, you know. We're in the same studio. Come on. This is the first time we're in the same studio. Oh, yeah. She's going to opt out of this. I know that. No, Jim, or even Amy or Leanne, anyone you can have this question. What kinds of experiences help the students to grow into well-rounded leaders?
Okay, I can speak on this.
Thank you,
I
Amy.
think that CIS has provided me with a multitude of opportunities, and I've never experienced being able to take up leadership roles as a student so easily before. I am the communications director for the student council, and I lead a few clubs at school. And it's not a difficult task to go and speak to someone in a leadership role at the school and say, I would like to speak at assembly, or I would like to get this out into my school community. And they give us that opportunity, even though we're still students, to make a real change in our school community.
You're definitely not a shy one. I mean, so supposedly you have a student who is very shy and doesn't have that confidence to come out and present at the assembly, for instance. Do you normally encourage them to do so, Leanne?
Absolutely, but I do just want to sing Amy's praises because I was one of Amy's teachers when she first came to the school, and what you're seeing here is somebody who has grown phenomenally as a leader. I would say when Amy first came to the school, one of her biggest fears was standing up and speaking and having a student voice. So I think it's credit to the teachers and the organization and our learning philosophies, our community principles, that she feels empowered. And it's just amazing for me. My heart is overflowing to hear how she responded to that question.
I like it. I just love that. Amy, I would love to have you in my class if I was a teacher.
I loved it too.
Because I'm sure she'll be the first one to stand up and have that moment to present or just do whatever she has to do. Now let's jump right into the scholarship program before we take that break at 8:30. This program provides opportunities for Caymanian students not currently enrolled at CIS. That's important to know. Awards run from 2 to 4 years, starting as early as grade 9. I'm going to jump this at Jim. Jim, what makes this scholarship unique?
One of the things that makes the scholarship unique is that aside from looking for academic strength, we also look to students in perhaps they have expertise in the arts or in sport, in service. So it's just not purely a person's academic standing. So those students and families who are wondering, oh, my child, say is not a straight A student, they still may be eligible because we're looking for not just that aspect, but a broader scope. Another thing that makes it unique is that it's open to everybody on the island. And so whether a student is attending a private school or a government school on island, it's available to come and apply to our scholarship program. Another aspect that makes it unique is that it can be, for example, if a student were to come in grade 9, which is year 10, that is 4 years. And providing that the student continues along with the eligibility, that's a 4-year opportunity, which, as Leanne and Amy have already pointed out, provides access to every university around the world. That often includes automatic scholarships by virtue of completing the IB diploma.
Okay. Now, we're going to take Susan, we're going to take that break now. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll continue our discussion with Jim, Amy, and Leanne from Cayman International School as we discuss the Cayman Citizen Scholarship.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
We have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Welcome back to The Buzz. This is Anita sitting in for Kathy Miller this morning. And we're in the studio speaking with the director of Cayman International School, Mr. Jim Urquhart. We have the admissions director with us, Ms. Leanne Curran, and one of the grade 11 students, Miss Amy E. Banks. And we have Josh Dickens on the outside waiting to come into the studio. Now, we're speaking about the Cayman Citizen Scholarship. Now, who can apply for this scholarship? We know you just mentioned before the break, Jim, that any student from either the primary or, the public schools or the private schools. Now, and we know why this scholarship is so unique. So who can apply besides, what's the criteria?
Great. I'll let Leanne respond to that.
Miss Admissions?
And underscore the key criteria is the person must be a Caymanian citizen.
Okay.
Yeah, so Caymanian citizen, I think, is the foremost piece of information that people need to know in order to apply. The student should be going into grade 9, 10, or 11, which in the British system is equivalent to year 10, year 11, or year 12. They should have at least a B average, a good academic standing. In grade 9 and 10, we don't do the IB program, so they're only going into that in grade 11. But the expectation is scholarship students who come in grade 9 and 10 do take the IB program when they get to grade 11 and grade 12. And that's really it. But as Jim mentioned, we are looking for well-rounded students who are involved in their community and offer service to their schools. So the process, I think later in the show we will get to the actual step-by-step process to apply, but there will be interviews where we would look for candidates that would contribute to our school community in a positive way and uphold our school values. So, yeah.
I'm going to tax your brain for a second. Can you go back to, or can you think back to one of those scholarship recipients who have completed CIS and gone on to maybe university and where they're at right now?
Yes, and I think Jim alluded to one of our students we know is on a global platform and making positive change in the world. So we've seen these students soar. They honestly, the world opens in terms of opportunity to them when they graduate with an IB diploma program. They can apply to any universities in the world. They are often going to prestigious universities. They are now, we have now a track record of them graduating and going on to make positive changes and coming back to Cayman and being in the forefront in Cayman as well with positive changes in the world.
I feel like I'm in school this morning.
Some examples, as Leanne pointed out, serving on a global stage, and several of our scholarship students are currently, you see them in the community, either serving in hospitality, law and legal services, and as well, of course, here in the financial services, and a couple starting their own businesses to serve niches within the Cayman Islands. I think a key point there is I think it supports the notion of coming back to the island if they choose to go off island for post-secondary. And so my sense is being engaged in a scholarship program also helps give even firmer roots right here in the Cayman Islands.
Okay. Now, what is the application deadline for this upcoming academic year?
So applications opened in November already last year, and they close on February 13th. Applicants can go to our website, which is cis.ky, navigate to the admissions page, and apply now. And there's a step-by-step process for scholarship applicants.
And if you're listening, you can hear Miss Leanne. So she's the Director of Admissions. So you'll probably be speaking to her.
Yes, at some point you will be speaking to me.
Okay, now we get that out of the way, right? Now, what documents are required for this scholarship program? What do I have to present? Some of the documents.
In the application process. So proof of Caymanian citizenship, as soon as we see that on our end, we're able to open the regular application process. So in the regular application process, you would need to upload 2 previous report cards. We would need a letter of reference from your previous school. I can't really think of anything else. So academic records, previous academic records. And then once those are processed...
Do they have to do an essay?
So once those are processed, we would contact the applicants and set up an interview. So there will be an interview panel. And alongside that, there are 2 assessments that the applicants will sit. The one is a reading assessment and the other is a math assessment.
Okay. Now, so there's an interview stage, right?
Yes.
What does that involve? And Jim will take that?
So the interview stage, as Leanne mentioned, involves a panel, and it's a series of questions, not questions that are yes/no questions, but open-ended questions that allow the children to expand on their thoughts. And in those questions, there's no right answer. It's a series of questions that are and. That's a critical part there. Also part of that, quite frankly, is like you notice when Amy came in and she said, hello, good morning. And Leanne and I, we just said, hello, good morning. And then Amy added, nice to meet you. And so those sorts of things are also important as well. And that panel is what they're looking for too, is hints and notions, as well as will a student be able to manage a different approach to education. One thing that we notice is the school's approach is different than some other schools on island, and some of the ownership and independence of the learning process on occasion becomes a challenge for some of our scholarship students in their first years at the school. So we're also looking for that willingness to learn. And for us as adults, some of the things that we also need to unlearn, what are our habits? Like I'm sitting here and I'm looking. Fortunately, I don't think there's the video on, but I have still yet to unlearn that over Christmas I am supposed to not eat every single thing that's in front of me. But in all seriousness, that notion of being able to unlearn and adapt as well. I'm curious, Amy, what are your thoughts? What do you think a school looks for with in a scholarship student?
In a scholarship student, I think that CS looks for someone who's not only academically inclined, but they want someone who's well-rounded and who's open to learning new skills and taking risk. I would really say that in a scholarship student, CS would look for someone who's willing to put themselves out there and go speak in assembly, for example, and take the risk of maybe being a little nervous but speaking on the radio. And it's kind of like they want to put you out there to develop skills that you're going to need in life. And yeah.
I like how you say taking a risk. Even as an adult, Amy, I was thinking that this morning as I'm coming on in this crazy traffic, and I see people darting from lane to lane, and I'm like, you know what? I am not a risk taker. So it's funny that you mentioned that these the scholarship recipients, that's something that you encourage, risk taking.
And I think it's important that risk taking takes many forms. More in a courageous notion, it could be talking one-to-one with a teacher to say, I'm really interested in, let's say, chess. Would I be able to start a chess club? And so that might not entail speaking in front of an audience. It's a quieter approach, but be able to, the notion of still waters run deep. And so it's not just those people that are raw, it's other opportunities as well.
Okay, Jim, Amy, and Leon, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue our discussion right here on The Buzz.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
We have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future,
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance,
or protecting your family's household investment.
from our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center.
Specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
This February, experience the rhythm, passion, and power of live performance at the Cayman Arts Festival, February 5th to the 14th at the Hartwell Theatre. From electrifying sounds of the Jazz en Trance Big Band to the inspiring brilliance of the Youth Camerata with international guest artists, the festival celebrates music across generations. Feel the energy as Cayman's Future Phobia teams up with the Netherlands' all-female rock band, The Royals. Be moved by the soulful artistry of Jaden Hanna and end the festival with the fiery intensity of Miguel Vargas Flamenco Dance Theatre. 5 unforgettable nights, 1 extraordinary festival, February 5th to the 14th. Tickets available now. Visit CaymanArtsFestival.com or call 922-5550.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
It's The Buzz, and it's not Kathy this morning. It's Anita keeping you company. And in my company in the studio with myself and Susan, we've got the director of Cayman International School. I would like to say CIS. Quite a mouthful, so we just break it down to CIS. We have in the studio the director, Mr. Jim Urquhart, and the admissions director, Ms. Leanne Corinne. And just coming into the studio, it's grade 11 student, Josh Dickens. Good morning, Josh. Thanks for joining us now.
Thank you for having me.
I know you've been waiting patiently. We kicked Leanne out of the studio, so you're in. Sorry, Amy. Amy, not Leanne. No, we need Leanne to answer some of these questions. Now, going back to, we're speaking about, just in case you're joining us, we're speaking about Cayman Citizen Scholarship over at CIS. Now, Jim, in the event that we have an applicant who applied previously for the scholarship and didn't succeed, how are they able to reapply again?
Yes, absolutely. People have applied before and may have not been successful are definitely can apply again, and in fact are encouraged to apply again. Sometimes we have applicants who come to wish to apply to come to an earlier grade than what our scholarship is for, and it just engages in that conversation. But absolutely, because people change, students change, and interests change as well.
Okay. Now, Josh, as we have you in the studio, what's life like at CIS?
I do like CIS quite a lot. I think they're pretty nice with giving us a lot of options and variety. We can do we have a lot of options of what we want to do with the classes we can pick. So students can kind of go into what they feel more comfortable in, or what they actually feel like they want to do in life, which gives a lot of variety, which I like a lot, so it's very good.
How long since you started CIS?
I came to CIS in first grade, and now I'm in 11th, so this is my 11th year.
Oh, so you've just been there for your entire life,
Yeah.
right? No, and you're having fun.
Yeah.
Are you involved with sports?
Yeah, I'm involved in some sports. I play
What do you play?
volleyball,
Volleyball,
and then
okay.
in my last couple of years, I used to play football as well. But there's a lot of sports they offer, so.
So are you still playing any type of sports, or you're just basically academics right now?
Yeah, I still play volleyball, but the season's ended, so.
Okay, so you're waiting for what's the next season's gonna bring?
So there's going to be a tournament soon, CISA, where schools will come down and compete. So
Okay.
I'll be playing in that, which I think is in a couple months. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, so what's your favorite subject at CIS?
Probably math. I like math.
Math. Wow. Let me guess, your teacher was Miss Leanne?
At one point, yeah.
At one point. Okay. Okay,
So
so
he has to be nice and say that.
well, you know what, Josh? Today you earned some cookie points, okay? Just so math is that one of your favorite subjects?
Yeah.
What's the other one?
I do business online, and
Okay.
I do like that class a lot. That's fun.
Okay. Now, what would you tell other students about the importance of the scholarship at CIS?
I think it gives a lot of options for students on where they want to go. I can't get the scholarship because I'm not Caymanian, but wish I could. But the scholarship gives a lot of hope, and it can help people go where they actually want to go.
Okay. Now, any advice that you like to extend to future scholarship recipients? Know that you've been at CIS your entire life.
I think if you have a chance, you should go for it. So if you can apply, you might as well. So anyone who can should.
Okay. No, I've got a burning question. When we say Cayman citizenship, are we talking about, okay, so we know definitely those of the students who were born here and bred here. Are we talking about students who have Caymanian status holders, or students of parents who are permanent residents? How does this work? Can you break that down for us a little bit?
Yeah, definitely in the name of the Cayman Citizen Scholarship, that's the key part. We do recognize that there are families who moved here. Josh, for example, came in grade 1, and families not from the Cayman Islands. We'd have to look at something like that closer, but a person with very long-standing status on island, we wouldn't discourage them from applying, and at the same time, the notion is to be a Caymanian citizen.
Okay. Now, is this a full scholarship or a partial scholarship?
So we offer both. In each of those 4 high school grades, typically the spread is 1 full scholarship and 1 or 2 partial scholarships. So that Jim mentioned earlier that currently we have 11 students that are either on a full scholarship or a partial scholarship in our high school. So that could be up to 12 in each grade.
So each academic year, how many scholarships do you offer?
There's about 3 in each of those academic years.
Okay, so currently you have 3 right now.
Well, so the grade 12s will be graduating,
Okay.
and so then in grade 9 it would open more spaces. But we don't always get, an equal spread of people applying. So we don't want to discourage students who are already in grade 10 and 11 from applying. Like
Right.
we would be able to do that depending on what the applicants present as which
they
grades
need.
they're in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, anything else you'd like to talk about with regard to the Cayman Citizen Scholarship that I might have missed? Jim?
Sure. Thank you, Anita. Yeah, one element that's important for people to know is that the eligibility needs to continue throughout the student's time at the school. And so sometimes students hit the ground learning and running right away. There's other times that there might be struggles. And of course, we learn from the struggles, and we have systems in place to support people where there's periodic times to meet together, to ask questions that might be unique for the scholarship students. When we have a scholarship student and alumni return to the school, we try to subtly introduce them to each other, because sometimes there are questions that are only unique to the scholarship students that we may not be familiar with. And the eligibility part is important. So if a student arrives in grade 9 and they're just doing fantastic, if they falter, we support. If a person continues to falter, then there's some fun conversations that need to be had. But we also recognize that the transition to the school isn't always just as clear. You mentioned traffic this morning, and say a person it's easier if a person's coming from West Bay down to our neck of the woods, but if a person's coming, say, from
Newlands, it took
Newlands,
me.
Newlands, the great thing about...
I left home at 6:15, and I didn't get here until 8:10.
Okay.
So
for example, if you're from Newlands, the Newlands area, or even further north, then you might go, are you an early riser? No, school should start at noon. And I'd go, me too, I agree with you. And at the same time, those are discussions that we would have. Will this work for you? Because there's more than just the school. There's a logistics around that to consider.
Now, you did mention how many students are currently enrolled at CIS. I think you said over 1,000. Is that correct?
It's just under 1,000.
Just under 1,000. So hopefully, by being on air today, that'll jump you to about 1,500. Can you handle that?
We won't be able to fit everybody, but we'd love for more people to be able to come to our school. To that question, we do now, with some building expansions, do have the capacity to consider as many as 1,050 students, since we've had some recent building developments. And to the scholarship, though our notion is 12, if we happen to be in a scenario where, oh my gosh, these are, let's say this coming school year, these are 5, wonderful students and families that we want to be able to support, then we would come back, and Miss Leanne and I would discuss that, and indeed I would share that with our school board, and we advocate for maybe this is the time that we go to 13 or 14. That's for planning purposes, we consider 12, but if there's more interest and wonderful people and candidates and families that join the school, we definitely want to consider that.
Do you have a cafeteria? I know this is off the cuff.
Josh.
Oh, Josh, yeah. Do you have a cafeteria?
We do have a cafeteria, yeah.
Oh, how's the food?
Yeah, the food's good.
Yeah?
I like the snacks there. They're good.
Okay. So you serve lunch? Not breakfast, right? Just lunch.
We serve breakfast and lunch. We have an amazing cafeteria and a big area that we call the High School Commons, where students can meet before school. grab some breakfast if they want. But yeah, mostly it's serving lunch. And that area is very well utilized by our students for unwinding and socializing.
Now, Jim was shaping his stomach. Is there something really good happening at the cafeteria, Jim?
Yes, my favorite snack is a garden salad.
Ooh, right. Mm-hmm. We believe
And I
that,
do
Jim.
not, and I do not like chicken patties.
You don't.
No, even though I have multiple ones each day. Josh, I'm curious what your favorite snack is.
Yeah, I get a lot of the patties too, but I like the jerk chicken pasta. That's like my favorite meal there.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
nice.
good.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
So what's today?
Actually, to be honest, I do not know what's today, but I can guarantee you, if my wife is listening, it is a green salad.
Let's say she's got you on a diet, strict diet after Christmas. No, Jim, before we let you guys go, scholarship students are just recipients. They're leaders, and we've seen that from this discussion. B average 2 activities a year and living the mission every day. I'm not sure what this means, but can you explain to us?
Sure. The mission at the beginning you mentioned is connect, inspire, and serve. And the key component there is our community principles. So kindness. And kindness can be demonstrated in many different ways. It could be in a quiet moment, or it could be a more public gesture, such as, say, supporting agencies around islands such as the National Trust and Meals on Wheels. Partnership, demonstrating that you're willing to reach out to other people, not just at our school, but also on an island. Sustainability. I mean, we know that we live on an island with that's very close to sea level, but we look at sustainability beyond, say, the green notion, but into can you sustain great projects. So we have some wonderful projects that are developed by students, such as Protect Our Future or Beads for a Cure, and are they doing succession planning so that when that student graduates, the programs are able to continue that are run by students and good intent. You know, sometimes we falter. And if that mistake was made, was when we searched into the background, if we wanted to hit rewind, was the origin of the mistake perhaps good intent, and then discuss that. So that's what living the mission looks like. The 2 activity component is recognizing that there's more to life than academics. As well as green salads.
There's more to life, but there's more because there's a whole lot more because you have the Cayman Citizen Scholarship. And Leanne, can you just give us a quick recap on that before we let you go?
Yes, so if you are interested in applying for our scholarship program, please go to cis.ky and navigate to the admissions page. On the admissions page, you will see a step-by-step guide on how to apply for our scholarship program, but it is as simple as clicking the Apply Now button.
Josh, do you have any last words for us?
Not really, no. Thank you for having me, I guess.
Oh, you're very welcome. Jim? Any last words from you? Mr. Salad Eater?
I get last. First of all, thank you, Anita. It's a pleasure being on, and thank you to Amy and Leanne and Josh as well. And I guess you mentioned about the traffic. So, you know, one of the great things is be calm. No need to change lanes, and remember, it's not how fast you do something; it's how well you do something. So there's no rush to be able to be someplace in a hurry.
Leah? Anything you forgot?
No,
it's your last chance.
I just want to say thank you. It's been wonderful being here this morning. So thank you for having us.
You're very welcome, and thank you to Mr. Jim Orquart, the director of Cayman International School, CIS, admissions director, Leanne Curran, and of course, our 2 grade 11 students, Amy Ebanks and Josh Dickens. Thanks to our producer, Miss Susan Watson, for producing this program. Thank you, Susan. And Kathy will hopefully be back on Tuesday with you. I'm Anita Can, keeping you company this morning. It's been a pleasure. I'm a bit rusty today, rustier than normal, but it has been a pleasure sitting with you folks from CIS. In the meantime, just a reminder, there's not another segment. We've got the news coming up, and Susan will take it through until 10 o'clock with lots of music right here on Radio Cayman.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
The Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And Kirk Market. Experience a world of choice. And Automotive Art Cayman. Your car, our passion. And by Dorman Day.